I told you, dude. I'm springing it on you immediately.
Jesus Christ, on a
Yo, dude.
motorbike.
Yo, so do we cross swords now or later? Like,
I'm afraid to unsheath my sword at this point. I'm not even
dude.
sure.
Yo, immediately jumping into it. All right. So, have you read anything since the last time we talked? Since the
Yeah.
last time we did one of these?
Yeah, so because we're kind of like stockpiling, it hasn't been that
Yeah.
long since we actually filmed.
It was like Tuesday,
Right.
Wednesday, or Tuesday, something
So
like that.
I'm actually currently reading, it's another Athon book. It's called Primal Hunter, The Primal Hunter by Zogard.
Dude, tell me about it. I saw someone review this, and it sounds so fucking cool.
It actually is really cool. I actually messaged some of the Athon guys. I'm like, hey, like I was asking, like, hey, does this guy have a page like that I could reach out to him? And he's actually like a really like low key guy. So it's mystery. But I'm enjoying it. I'm on chapter 20 right now. I've had to change some of my reading habits because of work, so I can't like really read while I'm at work anymore. So I have to spend more time reading at home, like a normal person.
Yeah, it sucks.
So it slowed down my reading a little bit. I'm still my third book of the month, which we're on day 12, so it's still pretty decent.
Yeah,
If I can knock this out. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's like about a guy that works in an office, and then like he's kind of like a quiet loner guy. He's not real like into like he doesn't have good people skills at all. And like his supervisor asked him to go to lunch with him. Like it's at like lunchtime, so like everybody's like in the elevator and they're going down an elevator, and then he just wakes up in this like office with this like AI thing like explaining to him like your world's been put into like another world basically, and you have to get ready to go through this tutorial, and you get to pick your class and all. Like it was pretty like bam like that. Like he's like, what the fuck is going on? And it was really cool. It's like, I think it has a really good way so far in explaining how different people would deal with that kind of premise. Because like some people don't really realize what's grasping. He kind of gets put on a team with everyone in his office, and they're like fighting beasts and shit like off rip. And like some of them are like gung ho and like going right after it, and some of them like, hey, we need to make a plan first. Like it's a really cool premise, and it gets pretty dark pretty fast. Like in a good way. It's a lit RPG, and it's like it kind of made me chuckle a couple times. I think like lit RPG kind of has that like just an innate kind of like a little bit of funniness to it most of the time, but this one gets pretty grim and pretty dark really fast, in my opinion.
So I heard the review that I saw, and I wish that I could remember because I'd shout them out. But the review that I saw of this was, how do you think you would fare when it comes to, they posed it like this. This wasn't like just their review. They were like, how do you think you would fare if you were just dropped into a world where you had to like kill things or kill people, or like you like in a video game, how do you think you would fare? And then they were basically saying that like at some point, some people think, oh, well, I'd be so good at it, or other people are like, I'd probably just get fucking crushed. He said Primal Hunter is about somebody who's just in it for the love of the game. Like this motherfucker likes it.
It's so funny because he'll do things without like trying to give spoilers away, but like the main character will do stuff, and then that affects the group because they're in a group, and like, why would you do that? And he's like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, I don't like you guys need to wake the fuck up here. Like it's game time. Like we don't have time to sit in our hands and question. Like we got to get with the business.
Yeah, like we're in the shit.
Yeah, and some of them are like, well, you know, like because the tutorial pretty much tells you like, hey, like people are on the chopping block. Like you're fair game to other people the same way like that you're fair to the creatures that we put here. And mind you, it's just a tutorial. Like they have like a 3-month trial in the tutorial so far. Like I said, I'm only on chapter 20. So like this whole book, in my opinion, is going to be him trying to figure out the tutorial. He is pretty much a badass off rip, but like they explain it to where to me it makes sense. Like why he's like kind of dope off top. It's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it.
Hell yeah, dude. It's so funny that you brought that up because I was going to ask you, because I know you're like the Atheon guy right now. Like you've read a lot of their shit. I mean,
yeah.
And I saw that review.
Honestly, man, they just keep putting bangers out. Like I'm not trying to glaze at all. Like I'm really not. But every time I'm like, if I'm like, what should I go? Like I'll just go through like what they got. and I'll
Yeah.
find a cover that looks kind of cool or like a title, and I'm like, let's go with it. And it's worked. Like it's
Every
worked every
time.
time. Where I'm just like, even they're like okay books, you're still like I'm not mad I read it. Like it was still like it was still interesting and like good. Like not everything can be amazing, but nothing has been like I haven't DNF'd any of their shit so far. Like I've enjoyed all of them.
Yeah. I I need to read some of what they've put out just because a lot of it looks so interesting and a lot of it sounds really cool and a lot of it sounds like it's going to check boxes for me. But I think we talked about last time, like, and I say last time, like, the people who watch this aren't going to have seen that episode. But, like, if you watch that episode, I've just been kind of in this weird flux state of, like, I like my sci-fi, I like my fantasy, and right now I don't know what it is about. I know exactly what it is, but like I just
Yeah,
want to read like real depressing shit.
you're picking like you're going through like, hey, will this make me cry today? And they're like,
Yeah,
yeah. You're like, fucking run it up.
100%, dude. Run it up, bro.
How
Like,
many tears? How many thug
how,
tears is this book worth? That's what you need to
how many
say.
thug tears will I shed right now? But I want to get into stuff that feels a little easier,
Yeah.
because I think that it does take a toll on you when all you read, like in the same way that I think that the same people who read a ton of dark romance like to throw in like a contemporary romance every now and then, just like you go from all black covers to something bright poppy and pink. Like I think
Yeah.
that right now I need to throw in something bright poppy and pink, but not in that same vein of like a contemporary romance, because I could pick up a Megan Quinn and just have a blast with it. I want something that feels a little more anchored in what I like to read already. And so that's what I wanted to spring on you is
You
I
want me to
want
pull
your
you out of the darkness?
I want your top I want your top 5 recommendations to pull me out of the darkness.
Well, this is actually kind of a good time for this because like Lit RPG Con is as we're filming this, Lit RPG Con is happening.
Yeah.
So I would suggest some of those vibes. Um, Also like some progression fantasy, if I'm being honest with you. Primal Hunter, I think would be a cool one. It's pretty easily understandable. It's really fucking cool system. I think also some other things I've talked about before, the Dresden Files, because they're not real big books, could be something easy to pull you in, and it's got like a lot of time that you can kind of stay in that world.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of some other good things that like aren't going to be like over the top crazy. Another good one would be Kenny Gold's Castle of a Thousand Doors because it's not real big.
That's the one with the talking potato, right?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
funny. I
Yeah.
fuck with it a lot. I need to read more of them. I've only done book 1 so far, but I really like it. I feel like that would be a good book too. Like if you had kids that you could read along with your kids, and it's not like too over the top crazy, the way like Dungeon Crawler Carl is. Like it's still really funny, but it's funny in a different way, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like the potato still like catches on fire and kind of is like busting while he's on fire, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like I don't think a kid would pick up on that innuendo if that, because it's clearly what's happening. Because he's like, oh yeah, like every time he gets good on fire, it's it's a really enjoyable book. It's a place I would recommend a lot of people to go. I've been thinking about doing that, like as a creator, like for this week sometime, if I quit being lazy, making my like kind of like top 4 or 5 underrated like progression fantasy and lit RPGs. Another one like Land of the Undying Lord by TJ Wright is a really cool one. It's about like a summons. So they're like these people are in a dungeon and they get a reward of this summons, right? And it's like a little boy that is like at 0, at like all of his stats are at 0, but he has like unlimited like slots. And like the girl that gets him is like, this thing's fucking stupid. Like it's zeros at everything. Like, and she doesn't kind of realize what she has, like the like power that this thing can become. And you're along with his journey as he becomes like a dog. And it's really cool. I think there's 3 or 4 of those out, and it's fucking sweet. Because he starts off just like, she's like, hey, like just go fucking run. Right. And he's like, okay. So he just starts running like around like the town. And he's running for like 2 days straight without stopping. And he's like dog ass tired. And he's like thinking to himself, like, man, like, why does like my like master hate me so much?
Yeah.
And like he's thinking all these little thoughts, and like this like general sees him like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this little boy just running for? He's like, hey, how long has that kid been running? And they're like, 2 days. He's like, what the? He's like, what the fuck? So then like he goes and stops him. He's like, no, don't. Like, it's really cool. I wish you'd write another one because it's been a long time, but it's a really cool series.
Hell yeah. So, Dresden Files,
Yeah, I'm
Castle
always
with a
gonna.
Thousand Doors,
Yeah,
um, Primal Hunter. What was the one you just said?
Land of the Undying Lord.
Land of the Undying Lord, and then did you have a fifth that you had recommended?
I have a bunch. Like, it's such a hard thing. Like, you have so many books when people ask you these questions. Like, are you wanting to get into like a lit RPG progression fantasy, or like what are you like? What are your what's the vibe you're trying to
Oh
feel?
no, just like pull me out of the darkness, dude. Like just
Pull you out
anything
of the
else that's
darkness
like it also doesn't have to just like because I know Dresden Files has some heavy themes. Like I know that like
later
tackles
on,
depression stuff like that. You know,
but
like
that's in like book 17. So
okay, so like
like
it takes them a while to become depressed. Perfect.
17 books. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So I guess mainly like it doesn't have to be like a specific genre. It's just stuff that feels a little more akin to what I typically would read.
I
And
got
not that
a.
I'm not having
I
fun
have
with
a.
what I'm reading
I
now,
have
but
another really good one that I feel like is underrated,
okay.
and it is The Great Cloaks by
It's by
Sebastian de
Sebastian de
Castell.
Castiel. Yeah,
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 it's fucking dope. It's the Three Musketeers vibes. Such a cool like because it has similar, not like a 1-to-1. So don't like quote me
yeah,
on this, but you're gonna get similar vibes to like the Joe Abercrombie, like when they're like off walking around, like their
yeah,
banter back and forth and shit like that. But they're boys, and it gets pretty like dark as in like bloody, kind of like how like
yeah,
Empire of the Vampires like gets like that. Like some cool fight scenes. The fight scenes are done really well. Like I said, it has the Three Musketeer vibes about like this order that was like made up by the king. They're called like the king's justices. So they go around like the towns, like multiple towns of this kingdom, and they're like the judge, jury, and executioner. So they'll go in, they'll hear a grievance, and they'll be the one that's like, this is what you're gonna do. Like this is what's gonna
yeah.
happen. But then like the king gets executed, and they're like cast out. Like everyone looks at them as like traitors and shit. So it's really cool. It's a really cool story.
I feel like that's a pretty solid list of like good recs. Like
Yeah.
I can trust. I mean, I feel like I can trust any recommendation that you give out. You've never steered me wrong thus far.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not bummed out to the point of like, oh, everything sucks. I just like I definitely know that if I keep going down the path of the stories that I'm reading right now, it'll be really hard to dig myself out of those. Because a lot of them are just like bummed out, like just really
Yeah, dude.
bummy shit, dude. Like life is the enemy type shit. And while those things I think all have a place, I do believe that you do need stories like that. I think when I spoke about Jade Legacy, I had talked on the video where I was crying in my car like a fucking idiot. Um, I talked in that video about how like I tend to like I have a little bit of a hard time processing certain emotions, and so I tend to like find a story that can allow for me to process those emotions, and like I can get a good cry out, or I can get like like I think now you know I have I've always had, I guess, like a really good and healthy relationship with my friends where I could open up and talk about it. Like I know for a fact I can call you, and I have,
Yeah.
and just been like, "Hey, brother, shit sucks.
Life is
And
lifing.
life is lifing." And I've always been fortunate to have friends who are in that capacity for me. But I think that it's a significantly easier thing to do to just like kind of open yourself up to page and like read words off of a page, and whether it's exactly about what you're going through or not, it can like really like help pull you out of that. And that is kind of where I've been at. But I do know, again, because I have this really great support system of people who I can reach out to. Um, I kind of want to read shit that is fun and like it feels good, like I don't want to just be in the darkness the whole
Yeah,
time.
like that's the cool shit. Like in a way is you can there's enough books out there that you can usually find something to like either like dig yourself into a deeper hole or use it as like pure escapism. You know? Ooh,
Yeah.
it's another really good one.
Okay.
I
Hit
just
me.
thought of it. It's dark, so you might get like some of your like you could still be a little sad, but you could also be like, hey, this is fucking dope. You
Yeah.
already like this author.
Okay.
You've read them before.
Okay.
Nevernight by Jay
I
Kristoff.
fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. I knew it as soon as you said you like this author, you've read them before. I knew in my heart and soul you were gonna say fucking Nevernight.
Or you could
They're
go
right
another
there.
route. You could do another route is you could continue in the world of the Undying Lands and
go.
stick
Yeah.
back to the next ones with our boy. I went blank like a fucking
dude.
retard.
They're right there. The two species. You can see the Bloodsworn, the special Bloodsworns are right there, and then Malice and Valor are right there.
Yeah, that'd be another good place to go. The next 100 years later, John Gwynn's the man. He's one of my fucking favorite authors of all time.
Dude, we got a comment on episode 1 about me needing to read Bloodsworn. Would you recommend going back to the Banished Lands or hitting up Bloodsworn?
I would stick in the Banished Lands, because I like, this is a me thing. I like to try to read an author's shit in their like release order, because then like you're with them on their journey as an author. Like, because sometimes like I liked Bloodsworn better personally, but it's still a really good series. And I feel like it's a cool place. And there's going to be moments that's going to hit you right in the fucking feels because you've read The Faithful and the Fallen. So there's going to be characters that are still around.
Dude, it feels like a fucking lifetime ago that I read The Faithful and the Fallen. It's been a year and it's only July. Like, and reading as well, just some good fucking books. Like, we obviously the first episode was like our mid-year review.
I've actually had, like, if I'm being honest, a pretty good year. Like, whenever I find something that I feel like is going to hit my top 10, it kind of makes almost the whole year for me because everything else is like icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Like, it's a dumb feeling and it doesn't make sense in a way, like as I'm saying it and thinking it out loud.
No, it makes total sense.
When I find something, I'm like, man, that was so good. They can kind of like, I can live my whole year of reading off of that. And like anything else I get, I'm still like kind of living off that high.
Well, you've read, like, I think in adulthood, you have read quite a lot. Like, you've got, like you said, a lot of what's on your shelf, most of what's on your shelf is a shelf trophy of something you've already finished.
Mostly,
so you've read quite a bit. And I think a lot of, especially in the book community, a lot of what happens is people are finding their way back into reading. And so people are building their top 10, whereas you are reestablishing your top 10. And then on top of that, you already, like, if something is able to like break the upper echelons of stuff that you've read, it does feel really cool. And it feels good to know that you can find new stories to love.
It's scary sometimes. As a reader, if I'm being honest, like, because you're like, man, am I ever gonna find that feeling again?
Bro, dude, we've talked about this. Because I had the same, like, I struggled with it last year about like, how am I ever gonna top this year?
See, luckily for you, like, not to toot my own horn here, but like, a lot of your shit, you was like, dude, like last year, you kind of read a lot of stuff that I was like throwing your way.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, when you were saying like, man, like, I was like, hey, this year you could have a really good year reading because I still have a lot of stuff from my top 10 that you haven't read yet. That I know you're going to like, if that makes sense. But they're like,
I can feed you still. Don't worry, baby bird.
Yeah, I got you. Like, I got you. But like, there's also other shit, dude. Like, here's another dope one. Shogun by James Calvington.
Bro, I need to read that
fucking good, dude.
Bad. I need to read it so bad.
I almost want to continue because there's like, it's called like Asian Tales or the Asian Saga or something like that. I could be wrong about like the name of the series, but it's like 2 books.
I watched a couple of videos.
It's like 2 books per. But it's like 2 books per story. That's their own story. I think it goes all the way up to like Vietnam.
I don't know why I just made myself laugh so hard. I'm fucking red, bro. Dude,
Wow.
Shogun. So I loved the show,
Yeah.
and I understand the book is significantly better because it also goes farther than the show did.
Yeah.
Um, bro, I loved that story so much in like TV format. Hold on. Yo, it's fucking thundering. Um, but dude, Shogun, I need to read. But I agree, I do like I definitely think I was very fortunate to have some really good recs because I had read for a long, like I've read my entire life, and I took off a lot of time just to get into comics, which you asked me about last week.
Yeah.
But I took so much time, or last episode, I guess technically it was last week.
Last
Does
chapter.
Sunday,
Remember, we're
does
calling these
last chapter?
chapters.
Yeah, you're right. Does Sunday start the week over, or is it the end of the week?
I always feel like it's the end of the week, me
Okay.
personally, because Mondays are so dog shit that like,
Yeah.
and I'm not working and shit like that. So like for me, it's always Mondays, the beginning of the week. That's how I always view it.
Interesting. So then it wasn't last week. It was this week. But anyway, so like I took a lot of time off to read comics, and I still think that's reading. I read a ton of greats. My favorite story of all time is a comic book. A lot of them are. But getting back, like I said, a lot of people who are in this space now are just people who are getting either starting reading for the first time or getting back into reading. And so it is cool to have a friend like you where you have continued your reading through your adulthood and do have like a good backlog of stuff to recommend, because I did find a ton of good books from you. I got a ton of good recommendations from a lot of people.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of good ones out there. Like you said, like finding TikTok and Instagram and like meeting people that, like you said, have read a long time, like Rachel and like Marie. Like there's a lot of people that they throw us these good recommendations that can kind of either like change your pace, or they've just read so much that they have their own gems. Like everybody has their own top 10.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can pick something out of someone else's top 10 that you're like, ooh, that was a gem I didn't think about.
Dude, we should, whenever we have guests, we should ask them their top 10 and then just keep like a running tally, and then at some point start tackling lists, like people's lists, like tackling so-and-so's top 10.
Yeah,
shout out to the buttholes, because yeah, shout out to the b-holes. Everybody's got good recs.
Yeah, well, because that's the cool thing is it, like we're kind of piggybacking. We're piggybacking on a way, like because they're helping us, like with the podcast, like with viewers. It gave us a really good base to start off of. Like this is chapter 3 of this, and we haven't posted a second episode yet because we're trying to build a cool backlog and have things ready to go. But like episode 1 or chapter 1, I feel like was a pretty good success. Like I was really happy with how it went. So if you're still here from, chapter 1 or episode 1, however you want to view it, like we appreciate that you stuck around for at least the third one of these.
And if you are still here from chapter 1, tell us your top 10.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Like tell us, even if you just go to your top 5. Like I'm kind of curious at how much crossover from like our audience is going to be like similar shit. Like if they're all mostly like sci-fi and fantasy readers, if they're going to throw some romance in there here and there, or if maybe some of them are purely romance readers or like historical fiction. Like I'm all over the place, and I think you're kind of similar, like you're same way. Like you can read a pretty broad stroke of books. Like I can go all over the place if it tickles my fancy, so to speak.
I'll be honest, you're fucking making it really hard right now to not make jokes, because you said broad strokes and then you said tickle. Like I'm fighting.
I'm putting you up on a tee here. I can't fucking hit him for you too.
I'm fucking fighting demons right now, because after, like, I'm trying to remain calm. We got a lot of flack for our thumbnail. We got a lot of flack.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It was incredible. I thought it was great. I had people ask me for my workout routine. I was like, just go to Taco Bell. Like, just like.
Did someone really ask you about your workout routine? Like they thought that was real?
No. Like I think he was joking. Like for sure he was joking. Shout out Chris.
I had a couple people that were like I saw one dude was like, the name is already questionable.
Yeah.
But the picture is making this really sus. And I'm like, hey, like if
we should fuck that guy's mom. We should. Yeah, I hope you watch this.
Yeah, and thank you for watching. Leave a comment and tell us about your mom. But
Yeah,
is she hot? Hopefully she's not dead, because then it'll be really awkward.
I'll.
Um,
Mm,
eh,
I was,
I'm not trying to dig up no holes, but
dude. I'm not. That's crazy. I was gonna say we. That's crazy. That's not where I
cheers.
was going with this at all, dude. That's
Hey, we're just two guys talking about books, and wherever the conversation takes us, it
did
fucking
we
takes us.
check the box of necrophilia in the third episode? That's a crazy way to
Put that on your.
escalate.
You know what? Also, if you guys are wanting, you could leave a bingo card and see where this fucking ends up, because you never know.
Oh fuck! Speaking
never
of
know.
ending up, um, I am having a lot of trouble right now finishing a book. Like I have started like 3 different books and I just can't fucking finish them. I'm
Not a
so
finisher, huh?
just can't finish, dude. You know, just I think it's my medication. Speaking of which, hold on. I am gonna have to cut out taking anxiety medication from this episode because I have to take it at 8:45, and so like I got to stay on track. But I'm having a lot of trouble fucking finishing these books, which is another reason that I think I need to like pull myself out of that fucking darkness. You know, like I think that if I'm having trouble finishing stuff that I picked up, which these actually aren't even like darker books. One of them's Theo of Golden, and it's gotten very wholesome, and it's just it
like,
lost
too
me.
happy.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this motherfucker's too happy. What he's doing is too nice. And then the other is Wild Dark Shore, which, dude, I have such. We've discussed it on the first unaired episode of this podcast. Such an appreciation for narrators, and I know you do as well, because they can just elevate a book. A bad narrator or a good narrator not doing their best can really fucking gum up the works.
Yeah,
and I'm struggling with the audiobook for this.
I remember trying to do like an immersive read of The Lord of the Rings, and it was like
before Andy Serkis.
I don't even know his name, but the original narrator from like the 30s, wherever the fuck it was, and it was not the business. It was rough, and it was also before I realized you could speed it up. So it was so fucking slow. It was so bad. But also, I'm torn with The Lord of the Rings, because I really appreciate what it did for fantasy, and I love when it was with Aragorn and Gimli and Lego. Like, I loved it. But whenever they got with Frodo's bitch ass, I couldn't stand the book. Like, I wanted to sock that little fucker in the face every minute I was around him. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for, to just not like Frodo.
Dude, Frodo sucks.
Fucking Frodo's not cool.
I'm not trying to be a yes man here, because I left a comment and I got so much shit for it. Luke had a video where he was talking about how he thinks that Sam is the real hero, and how like Frodo wouldn't have finished it out if it wouldn't have been for Sam. And I left a comment on that video, and I was like, Sam is the real hero. Samwise is that motherfucker. Yeah. Frodo sucks, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're fucking Frodo's the best. Oh my god, how could you say that? Frodo's the true hero. He had to. It was his arc." Shut the fuck up, dude.
So
I hate Frodo.
This is how I view it, because we have moments of another Hobbit giving the ring up freely. His uncle did it.
Yeah,
and his uncle had it for way longer. Like, a lot longer. Like, most of his fucking adult life, in a way. Like, and he was like, oh, yeah, like, he struggled some, but he walked away from the ring. And then he got tempted with it again later on. And
just gonna
still
go off screen for a second.
Want me to just keep going as you're just...
Yeah.
You know, so he got tempted with it again. Well, you're going to cut this out, right?
No, I'm leaving it in.
Fair enough. So he got tempted with it again and still was able to not like go for the gusto and take the ring. And Frodo failed at the end and kind of got lucky that he lost a finger and pushed old boy in the lava.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't see how it's a hot take that Sam is the true hero in that world. Like everyone in the world, glazes Frodo. Like everyone's oh it's Frodo, but Sam was also a ring bearer. Like Sam
Yeah.
also had the ring and gave it back. Like that.
Yeah.
That's dope. Like I clearly to me, Sam's the fucking hero. I don't see how anyone
Yeah.
can question it.
And to be fair, like Frodo had such trouble with it.
And
He
Sam
had
gets
to,
bitches.
yo, yo, he he ends up with one, and I'm proud of him. But I know they were meant to be together, and Sam was clapping Frodo cheeks.
Hey, Sam's just a diehard true friend. Like Sam is the friend you would want.
Mr. Frodo,
Frodo, sir.
Frodo, no,
But
don't do it.
like he was with like one woman, pretty much what it looked like his whole life, which is cool.
Yeah.
He was a ride or die.
Okay.
Hey, it is cool. Like if you can find one person to be with for forever, that is fucking commendable and cool. Like,
Yeah. I don't know if this is a conversation I need to be a part of right now, dude. I don't think I'm the fucking target demographic for this, brother. Yeah, man. We're gonna have to cut this shit out, dude.
but no, like we were saying with Sam, like I think Sam is the kind of friend you would want in life. Like he's a true ride or die. He fucking holds you down. Like he was there through all the bullshit. He came to fucking save Frodo in the top. Like Sam is the dude you would want to need to call to hide a body in the mornings. In my opinion, I think Sam's clearly the hero. I don't see how it's even a question.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you reading right now? Are you reading anything? Like, I know you said you're struggling to finish. Are you like DNF and shit and thinking about going like a totally different way?
So I'm not gonna DNF them. I think I might soft DNF the O of Golden, just because I'm just having so much trouble getting through it. Wild Dark Shore, I'm definitely gonna finish because I like the idea of what's going on. I think the premise is really cool. And I actually went and picked up some new books from the bookstore the other day. I picked up Everything Was Beautiful and Nothing Hurt, um, which is a story about death existing as a guy named Travis, which, Travis he sounds like a person who punches walls and drinks Monster, but that's not my purview there. I don't get to name every character in every book, but I got that. I got she on Sunday She Picks Flowers, which is this story.
Dude, you
it's like
really
a horror
are just
story.
like how sad can like every one of these titles just feels like it's going to be a sad story.
So Everything Is Beautiful and Nothing Hurt, I've been told, is going to fuck me up. But like in a wholesome way. Same thing with like the O of Golden. I know it's going to be like a wholesome thing. On Sunday She Picks Flowers is this like horror folklore tale about this girl who goes into a haunted house and then lives there, and just like becomes like a medicine woman or something like that. And it's supposed to be like kind of creepy, kind of spooky. And then I got a book called The Red Sacrament, which is a vampire story, and as we are both aware, I fuck with a vampire story heavy.
Yeah.
And then I got a book called The Book of I, which is very short. I think I could finish it tonight if I started it. It's a story of a priest, a lady who's like, I think it's a lady who's left behind after this attack, and a Viking who was part of an attacking group. Like all of these people are just left behind after there's a Viking attack, and they live and kind of create this utopia. As far as I'm aware, it's this like dark, funny, historical fiction comedy story about these three people who live on this island.
Yeah, that could be something like that, like a vibe like that.
Yeah,
it's like completely off like the beaten path.
It's like 140 pages. So I truly think if I sat down after this episode and read it, I could have a good time with it. So I have a lot of stuff that I can pick up, and then obviously just a fuck ton of stuff that I can pick up from behind me.
So how do you decide? Like I know you're pretty much a mood reader too. Like you don't really like plan out your year. Do you have like just books that you're interested in and you just find them as you go, or like did you go to the bookstore looking for those books, or are you like, ooh, they have this, ooh, they have that?
Staff picks.
So you just go there like, what's going to make me cry?
I actually did ask them, do you have any stories that are going to make me sad? And they were like, what's wrong with you? But they were very helpful.
The Bible.
Yeah. Brother, this is Greenville, South Carolina. Okay, they're not recommending the Bible. They're actually, I think there are places where they would be recommending the Bible for sure. It is the Bible Belt, but I just went in there and like they have staff picks on the shelves, and they have like little note cards that explain. And Barnes and
Actually,
Noble does the same thing.
I like when bookstores
Um,
do that.
yeah, but like I've spoken with a couple of the people who work there a few times, and one of the people is a dude named Creed. I think we have a very similar taste in books, and it was his staff pick for the Book of I, and I was like, hell yeah, if he liked it, I probably will too. And then there's this woman, I can't remember her name, but she was very sweet, very kind, and like we've discussed books, and there's a little bit of crossover there, and I think that the tastes are different enough that if she were to recommend something, there are enough boxes checked that it would be good. So I picked up some stuff. The only thing that wasn't a staff pick was like the Red Sacrament, and it's just because like a vampire book. I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be great. But I don't go into a store with anything in mind typically. I find recommendations from my friends, and then I see stuff on TikTok that sounds really cool, or I see stuff on Instagram that sounds really cool, or I just go into the store and I look for stuff that's cover really catches my eye. Um, and then it sits on my shelf until such a time as I pick it up. I don't know what it's like a wild hair situation. Like a wild hair crawls up my ass and I just fucking
It's
pick up a random book.
it's 100% the same for me. Like I was discussing like the other day, like, hey, like, she think I should continue like with the Weaver books, like Leather and Lark, like, where do you think I should go? Shit. And then like I saw, like, I was just going through like my wish list on like Audible, and it was like, ooh, like the Primal Hunter, like, has a dope fucking cover. It looked really cool. I was like, let's go with that. It was on Kindle Unlimited, so that helped. Like, so I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll just fucking go this route, and like I'm really happy I did.
Dude, there are so many times where I look through like whatever it is on Audible, because I mean obviously Audible's going to have everything, but Hoopla especially determines a lot of what I'll listen to, because as we've discussed previously, I like to physically read, but I like to do immersive reads, and while I'm at work, I like to supplement my physical and immersive reading with audiobooks, like just strictly the audiobook. So if I can get it on Hoopla, that's like why I picked up Vicious from V.E. Schwab, because I've had it sitting on my shelf. I've got a lot of her books sitting on my shelf because my mom loves her, and I just hadn't picked them up in a long time, and it was on Hoopla, so that kind of
She's
helps me,
she's someone else that I need to read. I haven't read any of her
bro.
work yet.
Vicious Fox, like it is cool as shit. It is. I think it is the closest I could get you to like reading a comic book, and then you would be like, okay, maybe I could read a comic book, because that shit fucked so hard, and like Heather loved it. I think Morgan is a big fan. I think Maria is a big fan. I'm pretty sure Rachel is a big fan as well. Like a lot of the B-holes are V.E. Schwab fucking supporters.
Hmm.
And it was, dude, it does this really cool thing. So, okay, when we discussed Empire of the Vampire, as we do, because we're bros,
Mhm.
um, off the pod, off the podcast, when we discussed Empire of the Vampire, and I was talking about what I thought made it so compelling of a read was that it's almost a dual timeline, because you get to see the past, you get to see what led to the present, and then you're in the present. So it's like three parts of, I say dual timeline, as in there's like two different timelines happening, like in different worlds. That's where my brain goes, but it's like
Shit,
the same
for
world, just
yeah,
like
for
past,
him,
present, future.
yeah, for him there was like
Um,
three, wasn't it?
yeah. So it was like it was like how he got to uh, be a Silver Saint, um,
His time while
how
he was a Silver Saint, and
his
his
time
time
while,
being
and
like
then while he's
trapped,
in there
basically.
trapped with
Yeah.
the historian. And so I love the way that when it when you left off with one place, you wanted it to keep going, but that was for every single part of the story. So when it stopped telling you about his past and then went into like the recent past, you were like, oh shit, I wanted to know what was happening here too. So this is great. And it just chugs along like that, because every part that you leave off on is a part that when it picks back up later, you're like, oh shit, I remember I wanted to know what happened after this. And so in Vicious, it does it does the same thing so well, where it's like, how did we get to the present and then the present, and each story is so compelling and each story makes you want to turn the page. I think that should be on your like very, very top priorities.
I got another vampire book for you that I don't know if you've
fuck,
read.
bro. What is it?
Have you read Salem's Lot yet?
Nah.
Oh,
That's a vampire book?
yeah.
I thought that was about dead pets.
Mm-mm. That's Pet Cemetery. Salem's Lot is about like an author that like goes to this town and is writing a book, and a fucking vampire ends up like taking over the town.
Brother, what? I thought it was like an ancient Indian burial ground where pets came to life.
I'm gonna fight you right now. I can't tell if you're serious or not.
Brother, is that really called Pet Cemetery?
What are we talking about right now? Like, are you shitting with me?
Like, that's what it's called?
Salem's Lot is...
It's about the clown.
I'm done. End of podcast.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, to be fair, I'm just trying to make myself feel better because in my brain you said Salem's Lot, and I was like, oh yeah, where the dead pets are. I know Pet Cemetery is different, but in my brain, the immediate thought was stupid.
A reason... I do that all the time. But the reason why I would think Salem's Lot would be cool for you is because I read Salem's Lot after reading Empire the Vampire, because it was an inspiration to Empire the Vampire.
Oh, hell yeah.
There is a scene in Empire the Vampire that is 100% a tip of the cap to Salem's Lot. And when you read Salem's Lot, you will know exactly what scenes are like together.
Hold on 2 seconds.
You did that on purpose.
I didn't do it on purpose. I can feel my hair like drying because I got out of the shower before we did this. But I could feel my hair like drying under this, and I was like, I have to like at least do something because it's gonna stick.
I remember those days.
Oh my god, dude. Hey man, did you see the sparkle that I put on your head in my story?
No, I didn't even notice it.
Bro, there's a little sparkle that goes off on your head. It's beautiful.
I'll have to go back and check that again now, because
dude, you wear it well.
So used to it like fucking beaming that like I just probably thought it was there like
you
naturally.
Thought it was just like a natural shine.
Fucking real, like a Mr. Clean going on.
Dude, look, you rock it, man. It's a beautiful.
Luckily,
bald head.
I have like a good round head.
Yo, you got a good shaped skull.
Got a good dome.
You got a good gullet on you, brother. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, dude. If you had an ugly head, I would not be able to do this podcast.
I feel bad for him, but like, have you ever seen those guys with like the fatty lines, like where like this?
Oh yeah, like, dude. Like the fucking
looks
shattered,
like the Grand Canyon on their back of their head.
They got the shattered planes up top. That's crazy.
I couldn't imagine living.
Man,
I wouldn't know what to do. I'd wear a hat always.
I'd end it.
I'd wear a hat.
Have you seen? I would. Have you seen the videos of how people who are balding take showers?
No.
It's just this one guy, and I'll have to find it and send it to you, but it's like how people who are balding take a shower, and it's a guy in a shower with a hat on, and you can just see a little bit of hair underneath it. It's just that made me think.
I don't know why guys like going on a hair tangent here.
Yeah,
like
dude,
those dudes that have like that rock the horseshoe, like I couldn't do it. Like the moment I started thinning out, I'm like, man, like I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like I'm not.
So
the only guy that pulls it off is like Jason Statham. Like he can do whatever he wants. But
dude, yeah, he can be a half head, and it's totally
somehow
cool.
Like I'm like, it looks cool on him, but he also has abs.
Like, there is for sure a point where it goes far enough back that you just can't.
Yeah, like
can't let it keep doing that. Like
once your shit looks like a horseshoe, like it's
time.
The only way I think it's allowable is when you have them guys that have like the cool little guy with the push mower. Like I think that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I've seen guys with a little push mower tattoo, like a guy push mower.
Yeah,
I think
dude,
that's
I
funny.
Dig that.
Then it's allowable.
I certainly will. Like I'll go full bald as soon as I start receding. Full bald. Like I've got a natural peak, but like, oh, dude, look at that. What a little curl. But like I've got a natural peak, and then,
Yeah, but you're old
Once,
enough now to where like you're probably safe.
well, if it ever starts, it's done.
You're going to Turkey and getting a
I'm cutting
transplant.
it. Oh no, dude, I'm going bald, and I've got an ugly head.
I'm gonna make
I've got a
I'm gonna make fun of
dude.
you till
Yo,
like the cows come home.
I've got the occipital ridge, right? Like the thing at the back of your head. Like if you
Mhm.
feel that, okay, I've got a pretty prominent one. You could probably, I'm pretty sure what happened is I was a child and my mother like put me on a shelf and just let me hang by my head, just like
Just
this
fucking
on the
chilling
fucking
there.
shelf, just hanging off my occipital ridge. Like those toys, like the old like
Like yeah, you
eagle
just
toys
bounce
where
it
you
on your
just
finger.
bounce it. Yes, dude, exactly like that. I'm positive that that's how I was raised as a child. But like and that's one of the reasons that I stopped getting a skin fade. When I would like get my hair cut and I would do like a fade and everything, it would go so far up that
Because it
I could,
just you just look like you was wearing a hat backwards all the time.
dude, I look like somebody threw skin colored Play-Doh on the back of my head.
You had
Like,
like it's like having like the little rascals cap but reverse.
yes, dude, it's just a fucking lump, bro. Like you're talking about people with the fucking Grand Canyon on their head. I look like people could look at the back of my head and be like, I could climb that. Like just like free,
Just
like
fucking
somebody try to free solo
a
up the
fucking
back of my
cliffhanger,
head.
just
Yeah,
holding
dude,
on for dear life.
like I turn around, it's just some guy with chalk on his hands. He's like, I can make it up. Yeah, like, it's so bad. So like I went from a skin fade down to like just like a one guard, and then obviously I haven't gotten a haircut since fucking November. So
He was like, "Yeah, I don't."
I was like, at this point, I think
You're just
this
rubbing
is
in your hair today. Is
yeah,
what you're doing.
dude.
Like I don't even
Not
get haircuts no more. You're just fucking.
but you have a beautiful beard. You have a
You're over
better
here-
beard than I do.
You're basically over here damn near close to a Head and Shoulders commercial. Like you're just fucking.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean this is like probably we're probably coming up on like 3 years now. I would say of like not really like touching the length of
Yeah.
it. It's to my chest. Like it's pretty long.
You could braid it into your chest hair.
Technically, yeah, probably, but
Yeah, dude, do it. That's how we do the next episode.
just
The next episode is just you with it. I'll just like pull my tattoo out and you just braid into your chest hair.
you're, do you even have body hair? You're looking like you're so smooth looking.
Oh, dude, I shave it.
You shave it?
Yeah, smooth.
One more.
No, so
So this is the shit that's not going to be on other podcasts or your bingo card, like body hair,
Yeah.
baldness, books.
no, I don't shave my chest hair. So
you almost said
have,
something else.
No, I don't shave my chest hair. You gotta trim. Don't be a fucking weirdo. No palm tree. Don't be like running around with the fucking like a wolf in your pants. Anyway, so when I got this tattoo and any other tattoo that I've gotten where they've had to shave like a large portion of hair, I don't have a ton of chest hair. I really don't. But any tattoo that I've gotten where they've had to shave my body hair, it takes so fucking long to grow back. Like, because this is still fairly recent. This is like a month and a half old, and it's just now like it's stopped being prickly. Like it's like sort of, but also like you can't see it under there. Like it is what it is. Now, if I get wet, you can see it. If it's wet, you can see, dude. What are we? This is supposed to be a podcast about books. What did you start?
You started talking about hair, and you
I didn't
took
say anything.
you took your headphones off and was like fucking flicking your hair around like it was like
Oh,
I can't
man,
believe it's
dude.
not butter commercial.
Fuck. Oh man, dude. See, this is exactly why we needed microphones. Everybody says white men don't need microphones. We are the exception. We're the exception to the rule.
Now we're canceled. But
Oh fuck.
so it's
Yeah, let's try to bring it back.
July 12th right now as we're recording this.
Yeah.
Where do you think your next read is going to go? Like, do you have are you completely like just winging it, or like is anything on the like out of the ones that I've mentioned, which is like the most promising to you? Like, which one interests you the most?
Primal Hunter, 100%.
Primal Hunter.
Yeah. Does it have
Really
an
cool.
audiobook?
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah! I would literally
and
download it tonight.
it's by Travis I think Baldry is how he pronounces it.
Yeah.
He does the Cradle. Also, he's also an author. He does his own books. He's really big in like the progressive lit RPG world as far as like narrators.
Yeah.
He does the narration for it. And
Oh
it
yeah.
took me a second because like when I hear his voice, it always puts me back in the Cradle realm of thinking. And it's just really a testament to him. I feel like that's usually a testament to a narrator. Like they do such a good job that when you hear their voice, you think of a certain book, like
Yeah.
to start off, and that
That's
takes you
like,
like a chapter or two to kind of get out of that like drive, that realm.
well, that's why it took me like, so I did The Grace of Kings with Michael Kramer. I did Words of Radiance with Michael Kramer. And then I did the book one in the Lycanius trilogy with Michael Kramer. And I was like, bro, I can't listen to this guy anymore. He's an incredible narrator, does an awesome job. Could not for the life of me listen to another one of his fucking books until like a month and a half later when I finally picked it back up and was like, I'm ready. I'm prepared.
Yeah, our K.R. Solberg, she's a good friend of ours. She got them to do her book too. The
Oh, yeah.
she got the wife because his wife is also a narrator.
Yeah, she's
So
the one who does the Stormlight with him, right?
yeah, they're
Yeah.
like you can get them as like a team to narrate your book, which I think is kind of
Pretty
cool.
sick.
So I'm sure it's really expensive, but
It
it's still
probably
really
is.
cool. I couldn't
Dude,
imagine. I know she said it was a lot of money, but
I
it was
mean,
really cool because like her to me like her writing style is kind of similar to Sanderson's. It has that same kind of vibe, and also having them as narrators also made it feel more of that vibe.
hell yeah. I definitely will pick up Primal Hunter. It sounds like, and again, because I got the review that made me want to read it, and then or made me interested, and then hearing you talk about it has made me want to actually pick it up. I'm going to do that. I need to finish Dungeon Crawler Crawl Book 8.
Well, what's cool for you though is kind of like going back to the Primal Hunter for a second. I mean, to cut you off, but like
No, you're
I
good.
feel like because like you work in an office, like it starts off with them like in an office, and he's talking about like everybody has like their own like little like thing and their own little cubicles and shit. So like I feel like you can resonate with that a little more because I know like you kind of work in an office like when you're not
Yeah.
working from home. So like it would literally be like you go to lunch and you get in the elevator and then you end up in some crazy ass world like because then everyone is doing their own shit. Like it's kind of crazy. Like, and some
Yeah.
people are really charismatic and like born leaders and shit, and other dudes are just like, hey, like it is what it is. It's cool.
Dude, I would love for that to happen with the people in my office. Some of them
Yeah.
are great.
You say that
Some
shit
of them,
now, and then they're
dude.
like fighting like a boar that's like 20 feet tall.
That's what I'm saying. I would love for some people in my office to fight a 20-foot tall boar, and however the chips fall,
Yeah, it's a bit of a spoiler. Like there's like a scene when they're fighting this boar and like someone trips and falls. And like the main character kind of like kicks off the fight and they're like, why did you do that? And he's like, what do you mean? Like it's a fucking like we gotta get strong. It's a tutorial. Like it's so like he's like justifying it and shit. He's like,
Yeah.
she shouldn't have fucking fell. Like it's
Dude, you know what?
he's
right,
like, why'd
probably.
she fall?
Dude, I will. So okay, so you're gonna finish Primal Hunter. I think there's 2 books out, right? 2 or 3.
I believe so. I'll check real quick. Hang on.
So you're gonna finish Primal Hunter. I will start Primal Hunter. I am not going to read another book until I finish one of the 2 that I have started already. So it's either going to be Theo Golden or Wild Dark
we are
Shore.
way off. There is 14 books currently out, with the 15th coming out soon.
Brother, I don't know if I should start this. Yeah, that's my whole year.
And they're not that short of books either.
Dude, I think it'll be a really fun time to
But they're pretty
definitely
popular.
get into.
So yeah, book 2 is on Audible basically 20 hours.
That's not too bad because we listened 2 times.
Yeah, so
Like-
it's like, but I'm saying like they're not like crazy short. Like some books, like
Yeah.
I tell people, it's like a standard book. It's not like dumb long where it's like 25, 30 hours long. I've read some of those.
Yeah, bro, that's like The Grace of
Like a
Kings.
like
Incredible
a Sanderson book is fucking really
Yeah.
good, but they're long.
Even sped up, it just takes forever.
Yeah, you're there for a minute.
But I'm gonna finish Wild Dark Shore and Theo of Golden, and then the new books that I have bought physically. I want to prioritize those because I want to incentivize myself to stop buying books if I'm not going to read them immediately. I think that there's a big, I understand that buying books and reading books are two different hobbies for a lot of people. I don't want to be one of those people, and I have really curtailed my book buying. Um, but, I have a bookstore 5 minutes from my job. I want to be able to continue to go there. I want to be able to continue to give them business, and I want to be able to support a local business. But I also don't want to not read these books. I think it does a disservice to the author when you don't read a book and you just buy it. Like, it helps them. That's great. They get their money. That's great. Share their fucking story. You know what I mean? Like, read the book, be able to talk about it, whether you love it, whether you hate it. I think it's doing a disservice to them. I think it's doing a disservice to yourself. This is my PSA. Buy books if you read them. If you're not going to read them, stop buying books, you pieces of shit.
Not us
I'm
turning into
sorry,
de-influencers over here, but
bro. I didn't mean to call you guys pieces of shit. My bad.
that's why I like the Kindle so much. Because it kind of helps with that to where like I can read a book on like Kindle Unlimited or something like that. Because there's actually some really popular, really good books on there, and some self-published books that you could find on there that are really good, that don't take up space. They're a lot of times they're free. So that's kind of what I use it for, is to like that moment where I'm like, hey, I kind of want to read something, but I don't feel like I want to buy something brand new. That's how I usually roll with
Yeah,
that.
I think I
And
need to
it's
get a Kindle, to be
and it's
honest
so
with you.
light, and I got cool stickers on the back of it.
Yeah, dude. I need cool stickers. I had a cool sticker. I had a buddy who gave me one once, and held it. I held my phone so often that you couldn't see. You have to be realistic. You could just see a smudge.
I have a Dresden Files sticker. I have Empire the Vampire sticker, a Red Rising sticker, a Bridge 4 sticker, a Mistborn sticker, and a Dungeon Crawler Carl sticker on here. Need to get some new stickers. Need to update some of them.
Well, all right, viewers, send Jeff stickers. Give him your address. Tell him where you live. Tell him where your family's
uh,
at.
Hard pass.
Put it out on the internet. Um,
Yeah, there's
well,
only like 100 people watching this, so
we
hopefully.
are we are right on the cusp of an hour. Before we head out, before we close it off, what does your next read look like? Where do you think it's going to take you?
Um, if I'm being honest, depending on how Primal Hunter lands, I could see me going like just continuing and just trying to ride that until like I feel like I need to go somewhere else, which
Yeah,
is usually what I try to do. Last time if I find a series like a bingeable series that has like a bunch of books in it, I'll stick with them until like sometimes you can get a little tired of them.
yeah.
I kind of did that with Sun Eater. Like I think I did like the first four like in a row, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna give it a break. And I need to get back to those. Um, so I could see that being somewhere along either that, like the Leather and Lark, or continuing like Primal Hunter is probably where I'm gonna go along those lines somewhere.
Well, I hope that the next time we record one of these, we have both finished a new book. Not the ones we were talking about just now, but you finished Primal Hunter 1, and I have finished Wild Dark Shore or Theo of Golden, and then we're on to something else.
Well, that's the cool thing, is that because there's always so like there's so many books, there's so many, like we can literally just have a conversation about books, and I hope that this is like that it comes off as like a genuine conversation and enjoyable for people to listen to us bullshit about books. It's really what this podcast is mostly going to be, just us bullshitting about like some of our favorite books that we're reading and seeing how the conversation flows. Like I think that's interesting to just see what two people are reading and what the comment section's reading. So hope like you guys leave comments and let us know like your top fives or what you're currently reading. If you like where we're going with this, if you like what we're doing. You said we're still in the infant stages of this. Like we want to get a good base, and like as of right now currently, you know, we're getting really close to 30 subscribers. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, we surpass that, you know.
Hell yeah. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do. Be sure to like. Be sure to leave us a comment, like Jeff said, telling us your top five, telling us what you're reading currently, telling us if there's anything that you think that we could do better, anything you think we could do worse. anything. Well, there's a lot of things that I don't want to know if we could do worse. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time and for taking time out of your day to support us. Uh, we've been crossing swords, and
we will again. I'm Jeff from Jeff's Bookshelf.
I'm Nick, or Supportive Dad Reads.
We'll see you guys in the next one. This has been Crossing Swords, a book podcast.